Part 2 of profit and loss account, where I stopped, that was schedule 13 and 14. Moving further with schedule 15 and schedule 16. And if you will read there, expenditure portion. Now first was the income portion, now second is the expenditure portion. Here you will find interest expended. Expended refers to the interest paid to the people. And the next is operating expenses, all the expenses with regard to the day-to-day affairs of a banking company. Now here the important thing is provision and contingencies, all those expenses which were not there into 13, 14, 15, 16, but there were some kinds of provisions which a bank prepare will be part of the provision and contingencies. Now here comes 1 and 2. So the minus of 1 and 2 will be profit and loss account. Here where it is says net profit loss for the year, this is current year. Current year you will be calculating 1 and 2, means 1 is the total of income, 2 is the total of the expenditure, 1 minus 2 you will find of the current year. Then profit and loss of the last year, which you are going to take in your balance sheet. So this is your total. Now what we call at appropriation. Appropriation is setting aside the profits of a company for various purposes, and rest of the portion is distributed to the shareholder. How to set aside? You will be finding on the screen there is a statutory reserve. As per Banking Regulation Act 1949, all banking companies, as per the statute, means law, they have to keep 25% of their current profits. Make sure I'm talking about current profit, I'm not talking about the total. Current profit which calculated here, that is called profit and loss of for the year, 25% of that profit will be kept as a statutory reserve, which will be a part of your balance sheet. Any other reserve which has been explained in your adjustments, you will be calculating that. Any transfer to government proposed dividend, means if you have gone for distributing the profit dividend and nobody have gone to claim that, which is going to be transferred to the government account later on, or any proposed dividend if you have proposed to your shareholder, will be part of the appropriation. So looking here 8, 9 and 10. Rest of the balance means, rest means total of the third column minus 8, 9, 10 of the column 4, and the rest of the amount will be shifted to the balance sheet under reserve and surplus. Moving further, a bit explanation of the schedule 13. If you look at what comes as a part of the schedule 13, I'm particularly focusing on 13. Here it is interest earned. It means income of the bank by way of interest or other incomes. So look at interest on advances. Advances means जो loan bank ने दिए, और डिस्काउंट ऑन बिल्स, एज वी हैव डिस्कस्ड इन +1 ऑल्सो, बिल्स डिस्काउंट के ऊपर रिबेट मिलता है, दैट इज एन इनकम ऑफ द बैंक. Second, bank has gone for investments on some other places or in some shares or somewhere, so that is part of your schedule 13. Interest on balances with RBI, we all know all the banks have to keep some money with the RBI as kind of the security amount or some kind of the reserves. So bank RBI gives interest to the bank or other interbank funds. Interbank means SBI का पड़ा है, HDFC के पास, HDFC का पड़ा है, ICICI के पास. वो पड़ा कैसे होता है? Like you use ATM. If I have a HDFC ATM, I'm going to SBI ATM, they will not deny me. So they will give me the money, but SBI will go for debiting the HDFC कि इनसे पैसा लेना है. Any other income that will come into the other portion. So the total of this will be upside in the format that is under schedule 13. Similarly, the other income with regard to the schedule 14. So you can see any other income. Either it is a commission income, जो बैंक commission charge करता है, exchange है, profit on sale of investment है, minus कर दीजिए अगर कोई loss हुआ है, revaluation की assets है, minus कर दीजिए अगर कोई loss है, land की sale हुई है, minus कर दीजिए अगर कोई loss है, exchange transactions we all know, international exchange system. So जो businesses, जो banks exchange इंटरनेशनल एक्सचेंजेस में काम करते हैं, मीन रूपी वर्सेस डॉलर, डॉलर वर्सेस रूपी, सो उसका प्रॉफिट अगर हो रहा है लेस, अगर उसमें कोई लॉस हुआ है. एनी इनकम अर्न्ड बाय वे ऑफ डिविडेंड, इट मींस यू हैव इन्वेस्टेड समवेयर एंड यू आर गेटिंग डिविडेंड, और कंपनीज और जॉइंट वेंचर अब्रॉड, और एनी अदर मिसलेनियस इनकम. Total of these all will be your part of income of schedule 14. So 13 and 14 total will be of your income. Moving further, when we say expenses, so we talk about schedule 15. Here it is interest expended, means जो आपने खर्चा किया. What kind of interest you will be going to pay? Interest on deposits, like fixed deposits, saving deposits, current deposits, all deposits will come here. Then interest on RBI interbank borrowings, वहां पे RBI को पैसा जमा कराया था, यहाँ पर RBI से पैसा उधार लिया है. इंटरबैंक बोरोइंग्स, आपने इंटरबैंक एक दूसरे के बैंक से पैसा उधार लिया हुआ है. Any other, if there is with regard to the interest expense, so that will be part of schedule 15. Moving further, when you talk about schedule 15, we will be going for schedule 16. And under schedule 16, if we look for that what comes under schedule 16, we will find out that this is schedule 16. Here if you talk about all operating expenses are part of it, from payment to provision, payment to and provision for employees, rent, taxes, printing and stationery, advertising, depreciation, director fee. Mean if you look at all other expenditures are there, even there is a word written other expenditure. So this whole be a part of your schedule 16. So there are mainly 4 schedules under profit and loss account: schedule 13, 14, 15 and 16. Remember, if I have shared a word with you, provisions and contingencies. So if there is any provision and contingency given in the question, we will be dealing with that also. So for a better understanding, we will be going for one question and we will understand in a much detailed way. Thank you very much for this particular profit and loss account.